Hello everyone! In this video I'll explain you about the educational system in Australia. Schools in Australia. School education in Australia includes preschool, preparatory or kindergarten, primary school, secondary school or high school, senior secondary school or college. Schooling lasts for 13 years, from preparatory to senior secondary. School is compulsory until at least the age of 16. Types of schools include government schools, non-government schools, schools based on educational philosophies such as Montessori and Steiner. Australian schools do more than just educate students. They prepare them for life, developing communication skills, self-discipline, and respect for themselves, their peers, and their world. Schools offer a broad curriculum in the key learning areas: English, mathematics, studies of society and the environment, science, arts, languages other than English, technology, health, and physical education. They also believe strongly in the benefits of a rounded education, including the teamwork, self-expression, and personal development that happen outside the classroom. In Australia, students will enjoy a diverse learning environment and develop the skills and qualities needed in a changing world. A higher standard of learning. Australian schools are among the finest in the world. See for yourself what makes an Australian education so valuable. Small class sizes, university-trained and qualified teachers and specialist teachers in subject areas. Facilities of a high standards, including a high level of technology, with all schools having computers and internet access. Gifted and talented programs to extend students who are high achievers. Individual learning programs for students who require additional learning support. Quality assurance frameworks where schools must meet required standards. Producing thought leaders. The Australian school curriculum prepares students for their future. The schools aim to develop students into independent and successful learners, confident and creative individuals, active and informed citizens, with the view to giving them all the skills, knowledge, and capabilities to thrive in a globalized world. From kindergarten to year 12, Australian schools focus on providing equity for every student and striving for excellence in all areas of education. Teaching styles and assessment methods. A variety of teaching methods are used, including teacher-directed learning, students' research, group project and presentations, visual presentations, e-learning, and interactive classrooms. A variety of assessment methods are used to assess students' outcomes. These may include individual research projects, group assignments, oral and visual presentations, the use of technology including PowerPoint, podcast or vodcast presentations, as well as the more traditional class tests and assignment. School qualifications. After completion of senior secondary school, students sit for exams and receive an official certificate of qualification. The name of this certificate varies within Australia's state-based educational systems, but regardless of what the certificate is called, it is recognized by all Australian universities, higher education, vocational education and training institutions, as well as many institutions internationally.
Let's explain a little about the education system in Australia. Your children's education will undoubtedly be a really important factor in having a successful relocation. It's one of the first things we get asked about, so we thought we'd give you some study notes on schools in Australia. The school education system is similar across the country, with minor variations between the states. School education is compulsory until 16. Most children start school at 5, in what is referred to as either kindergarten or prep. School education runs for 13 years and is divided into primary school and secondary school. There's no middle school in the Australian system. The school year starts at the end of January, ends mid-December, and is divided into 4 terms of 9 to 12 weeks. The main summer holidays are roughly 6 weeks over Christmas, with shorter breaks for Easter in June and in September. Families from the Northern Hemisphere often have to consider whether their child will repeat some of the year or go forward. Your chosen school will be able to advise the best year for your child to start in. So when do you start school? Well, children can start school in the year they turn 5, provided their birthday falls before the cut-off date. Each state has its own cut-off date. For example, in New South Wales the cut-off date is the 31st of July. Therefore, if you were born on the 1st of March 2012, you will start kindergarten in 2017. However, if you were born on the 1st of September 2012, you won't start kindergarten until 2018. Entering other grades can be worked out in the same way. Whichever school your child attends, whether it's public, private, or a religious school, it must follow the same educational framework which is set by the state. Government-funded schools are called public schools. Primary schools are co-educational. And secondary or high schools may be co-educational or single-sex. Primary schools are often on a different campus to senior schools. Most public schools will accept students of any academic ability, though you will generally need to live within the school's catchment area or zone to attend. There are some public schools which are academically selective, but these are only open to Australian residents and citizens. Some states require temporary visa holders to pay an education fee to attend a public school. Again, this varies by state, but can be as much as $6,000 per child per year, so be aware of this potential additional cost. Private schools are independent, fee-paying schools. Children are often enrolled at these schools well in advance, sometimes at birth, and it can be difficult to get a place, particularly in certain year groups. Some private schools are selective, and an entry exam or assessment may be required. Fees at private schools range from $10,000 to $35,000 per year. Most offer good on-site facilities and lower student-teacher ratios. Boarding facilities are available at selected private schools for an additional fee. Then we have faith schools, for example Jewish, Catholic or Anglican. These schools are designed to serve the community of that religion, though sometimes exceptions are made. Fees for local Catholic schools can range from $1,000 to $20,000 per year. There are very few international schools in Australia, so international students will attend a school with Australian children, studying the Australian curriculum. Some schools offer the International Baccalaureate. We also have some schools that follow a specific philosophy, such as Montessori and Steiner schools. In order to understand how schools are performing, Australia has a national testing standard in literacy and numeracy conducted at different stages of children's school life. The results are available through the My School website, which allows you to search the profile and results of 10,000 schools in Australia and encourages comparison. However, unlike in other countries, league tables have not traditionally been a popular way to judge a school's performance, so be aware that there are other factors in picking the right school for your child. If you wish your child to attend a public school, you should discuss their enrolment with the school directly. Information including forms can be found at the state's Department of Education website. You may be asked to provide your residential tenancy agreement to prove a local address, the student's passport and visa, the student's immunisation documents, and a passport photo. Students cannot attend school until they have received approval from the department. If you choose to send your child to a private school, we recommend arranging school visits if possible. In addition to the above, you could also provide school reports, certificates of achievement, and samples of best work. The main language of instruction in Australian schools is English. There are intensive language courses available for students for whom English is not their first language. This could be beneficial to ensure they get the best possible start. Again, the school can advise on this. Almost all schools will have a school uniform and a sports uniform right up to Year 12. All children entering kindergarten must provide proof of immunisation when enrolling, though exceptions may be considered. Students may be eligible for concession travel on public transport to and from school, and some private schools have school buses.
I hope this lesson was useful and interesting for you. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.